Oklahoma City Thunder. Man, these next 5+ years are going to be extremely interesting. This is a team that took the leap of faith, something the other 29 teams wouldn't ever do. During a year where they had a Russell Westbrook 2 years removed from his MVP season and a prime top 3 MVP candidate in Paul George, they decided to blow up their entire team and start from the bottom, loading up in draft capital, raising the value of their own picks, and finding a diamond in the rough in Shai Gilgeous Alexander. Throughout these past couple of years, we have seen them draft many players with super high upside, and some of those picks may be questionable to this day, but some players have broken out and are sure to be a problem in this league for years to come. Now the question with OKC is, with so many picks going forward and young players, what does this team's future look like? And are the players they currently have good? What's going on, guys? Bucket Media back with another video, and today we're talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder and what does their current and future team look like. Before we hop into the video, I want to give a shout out to one of my subscribers, Ari, for the video suggestion. Ari's been an active subscriber and has been showing a lot of love on this channel. I will link his Instagram in the description and comments, so make sure y'all show him some love. As always, if you have any video suggestions, please drop a comment and your social handle so I could shout you out. If you enjoy this video, please subscribe to the channel. Around 99% of my viewers are not subscribed, and by subscribing is by far the #1 way to support me and my channel, as well as ensuring that you do not miss any future uploads. Also, like the video and comment to get a great OKC conversation started. With that being said, let's dive straight into the video.
Yo, YBH.
First off, we gotta talk about their current team. As we all know, OKC is one of the worst teams record-wise in the NBA, but if we stack every team up talent-wise, OKC definitely moves up the ranks. The Thunder's roster all starts with Shai Gilgeous Alexander, who was acquired in the Paul George trade. Last season, Shai averaged 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists per game, and solidified himself as one of the top young players in the NBA. Now you may be asking, why isn't Shai an all-star with these numbers? This is because the Thunder have not won a lot of games, and on top of that, Shai has not been fully healthy over these past couple years. But as the Thunder's roster develops and fills out and they start to get more wins and he gets better, we can certainly expect him to be a multi-time all-star as long as he stays healthy. Next is Josh Giddy. Giddy was picked with its 6th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, and that pick came with a lot of skepticism. He definitely silenced the doubters though. Giddy averaged 13 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists per game as a rookie, while making an appearance in the NBA Rising Stars game and the NBA All-Rookie second team. Rounding out the core guys for the Thunder is Chet Holmgren. Chet was picked with the 2nd pick in this past NBA draft, and although he played well for the Thunder's Summer League squad, he is out for the year with a Liz Frank foot injury. Despite the injury, Chet has massive upside, and this injury is not something that is significant and is something that was caused by a movement instead of his frame. While these types of injuries take some time to heal, the Thunder are extending the timeline to ensure he is 100% and increase their chances of getting a top 2023 NBA draft pick. While injured, Chet will use this year to get stronger, move better, and work on his game. Going forward, these 3 players will be the main 3 guys the Thunder will look to build around. But besides for them, their team has a ton of young talent in guys like Jalen Williams, Tre Mann, Jeremiah Robinson Earl, Alexa Pokusevski, and Darius Bailey, while guys like Ousmane Dieng and Jalen Williams are also in that category, but will spend time in the G League and swapping between the G League's Thunder team and their NBA roster, developing. But this certainly will not be the full young core of the Oklahoma City Thunder going forward. Another player on this team that will likely get major minutes is Lu Dort, but I don't see him being a part of this team in the future. With the current roster aside, what does OKC's future look like? Currently, the Thunder have at least 15 first-round picks and 13 second-round picks guaranteed coming to them from the 2023 to 2029 NBA drafts. The Thunder will definitely look to keep some second-round picks and develop those guys as well, so don't sleep on that option. For the 2023 NBA draft, like most bad teams, they will be hunting after Victor Wembanyama and Scoot Henderson. If they don't end up landing those two, they will likely look at Nick Smith Jr., a 6'5" point guard from Arkansas, or either the Thompson twins from Overtime Elite, or potentially Dariq Whitehead from Duke. Due to their heavy guard starting lineup, their best scenario is to land Wembanyama, who is a big, but if they happen to get Henderson or Smith Jr., they can slot in right away to fill in Lu Dort's spot. The Thompson twins are also a viable option due to their lack of firepower they have at that forward position. Fast forwarding to the 2024 NBA draft, although it is extremely early, some names to keep tabs on for potential future Thunder draft picks is Xavier Booker, who is a 6'11" power forward and will be a freshman at Michigan State next year. Matas Buzelis, a 6'11" guard/forward who will play at the G League Ignite next year, and Justin Edwards, a 6'7" forward who's a Kentucky commit. All these players can fill the forward void for the Thunder if they end up landing a top 3 pick this year and selecting Wemby, Scoot, or Nick, which is very likely. But with the years passing by and the roster spots filling up, the Thunder will be trading guys who don't fit their timeline or do not perform. Going forward, obviously all 15 of those picks plus the 10 core guys I mentioned won't all be on the roster. So what will they do with the remaining picks? As players like Shai and Giddy get older, and players on other teams start emerging and wanting out of their teams, the Thunder will use those remaining first round picks to try and trade for a big time star to pair with them, especially if most of their draft picks don't pan out. In this upcoming NBA draft, if OKC doesn't land the number 1 pick, they will try to trade a boatload of draft picks to land Victor, but it is also unlikely that every single one of those Thunder draft picks over the course of the next 7 years will be good, so some will be traded immediately, some will be sent to the G League, and as time goes on, their performances will be assessed. Now another question that arises is, will the players currently on the Thunder roster actually pan out and become good? Right now I am super high on Jalen Williams from Santa Clara. With his recent performances in the preseason and how good he played in the Summer League, I think he's going to be a huge part for this Thunder squad going forward. Alexa Pokusevski is another player who is very toolsy and has upside, but I think Poku will turn out to be a solid role player for the Thunder. While people hype up players like him that are tall and can handle the ball, I think that's just the future of the NBA, and he's a preview of that. He will turn into a guy who averages around 12, 8, and 8 while stuffing the stat sheet. Tre Mann will be a great combo guard and provide a lot of shooting and playmaking off the bench. Jalen Williams and Darius Bazley will both be high-flying forwards who can catch lobs and defend off the bench. For Ousmane Dieng, I think he could potentially start for this team if they need a guard. He has massive upside. He will be an amazing playmaker for the Thunder in different lineups. Unlike Poku, he is a true point guard who may not be an amazing scorer just yet, but can make great plays at 6'10". Robinson Earl will be a great post presence to have by snagging rebounds and getting put back dunks and lobs effortlessly, especially since they don't have many bigs right now. Overall, this Thunder team has a massive upside. Most of this team is filled with players that are high risk, high reward players like Chet, Ousmane, J. Will, Poku, and more. But as we find out who these players truly are with time and who the future draft picks are, players will be shipped out. Some might be busts, and some might turn into stars for OKC. Although this team is not that good right now, one thing for sure is they are not short on talent, or will be in years to come. My biggest question though for OKC is, with so much talent in future years, how can these players buy into roles, and how will OKC utilize these players that have next generational type talents and give them roles? And what exactly will they do with all of the remaining first round picks that they have? This will definitely be an amazing journey to watch, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on this Thunder team going forward, and so should you. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the end of this video and you enjoyed, please subscribe. It is the best way to support me and help this channel grow. And for all my subscribers, returning or new, I appreciate you guys so much, and thank you for showing love. Stay tuned because we have a big surprise coming soon. Like the video and comment on any new suggestions for the future or anything I could have done better. Also, make sure to comment if you like OKC's direction and how do you think they should optimize their picks and this rebuild. Let's get a great basketball conversation started. I'm very interested to hear what you guys have to say. I hope to see you guys on the next video, and have a blessed day. Peace.